Knoxville, Tennessee is loaded with fun things to do for the whole family. The Muse, formerly known as the East Tennessee Discovery Center, just so happens to be fun and educational. This science center makes hands-on learning exciting. With almost 4,000 square feet of newly reimagined exhibit and play space, you're sure to be inspired to learn, whether you're 1 or 100. The Muse offers exhibits for life, physical, and earth sciences. And that's just the beginning.
So I'm here with Ellie Kittrell, and she is the executive director of the Muse, which actually was formerly the East Tennessee Discovery Center, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. You guys have merged and you have a common mission?
Yes, we do. Thank you for coming today. We are a group of community advocates that have come together with the former East Tennessee Discovery Center board, and we decided on a plan to help reimagine the existing facilities here as we try to pilot and go forward in our capital campaign process to go into a larger scale children's center for the city of Knoxville.
This center is great for kids. You offer so many things. Give me an overview.
We are a center that is designed with kids 1 to 101 in mind. We really strive to offer a layered approach to all of our exhibit and play experiences so the family can kind of go through together throughout the facility and enjoy what we have here to offer. We have lots of hands-on play activities. We have lots of educational activities and exhibit experiences. We have a lot of open-end activities for families to come in together and just kind of use their imagination and go wild.
Absolutely. Well, tell me about the mission statement. I mean, really, you're trying to connect with kids and get them to love science and get them to love learning. Is that right?
Exactly. Our goal is to inspire generations to love learning at the intersection of science and art. Okay. We just firmly believe that we can't grab a kid's attention by just focusing on one subject. We've really kind of got to take a more global approach to getting them interested and provide them an informal educational program here to get them excited about what they're learning at school, at home, and all over the place.
Wow, and I can, just from interviewing right now, I can hear all the sounds of excitement, of kids laughing, yes, and laser sounds, and this must just be a great place to work each day.
It is a lot of fun. The best thing is when kids come in the door, and their families come in the door, and they're like, wow! And you can just tell they just want to run right into the place. So that is the best thing and the best part of my day. One area I also want to mention, which is a very important of what we have here, is our planetarium.
Right.
We have the only public access planetarium in Knoxville, and we have shows that are great for all ages.
Well, and I think what's so neat is that, you know, you're bringing this education to kids and you're making it fun, and they don't even really realize that they're learning, which is kind of what's so fun about it. They're excited and they're, you know, so involved. Do you think part of that is because so many of the volunteers and so many people that work here have an educational background? I mean, they maybe are former teachers and they just kind of know how to foster this love of learning?
I think that is a very important part of what we're doing here, is that, first of all, the staff, they love kids and they love inspiring kids, and most of our staff is skilled and has had a history in education, either at the elementary level or all the way up into middle school and high school levels, and so they understand how to connect educational standards, right, to what the kids are learning here and to create a really fun hands-on way to do it. And sometimes, yeah, with the freedom that they may or may not have had in the classroom.
Well, I'm excited to get in there and check it out, and I understand we get to do some things like play with a 3D printer and make slime and, yes, maybe even a lava lamp.
A lava lamp.
I needed like...
I know. Where's
right,
our... Yeah.
I'm excited.
My wig.
That's right. Well, let's take a look through the center.
There is no shortage for opportunities to learn at the Muse. Many of the traditional science exhibits are located throughout the center. Kids can learn how telescopes work, about colors in the electromagnetic spectrum, our solar system, mechanics of simple machines, and how lightning is created. Creative play abounds with their new Imagination Playground, where kids get to build their own playground adventure. This new exhibit fosters team building and innovative problem-solving skills. Do you dream of becoming an astronaut? Then climb in the Discovery Shuttle and take an imaginary flight and explore the intergalactic frontier. Or maybe you're a future builder. Then the new Lego Build Table, dark build area with laser pegs, or magnetiles will provide plenty of construction time.
It's easy to feel like a kid again at the Muse of Knoxville. Have you ever wanted to make your very own slime? Or see a 3D printer in action? Or how about your very own lava lamp? Well, stay tuned because coming up, we get into some science demonstrations.
Today, we're at the Muse, formerly known as the East Tennessee Discovery Center, located next to our friends at the Knoxville Zoo. This hands-on science center offers educational fun for children of all ages. We've learned about many of the exhibits that make learning exciting, and now we're on to some serious science demonstrations, like making a homemade lava lamp.
All right, so now we're on to the lava lamp.
Yes.
This is a lot of fun.
Oh yes, it is. We have lots of simple materials that we're using to make a homemade lava lamp. And a lot of what we're doing here is teaching kids in a fun way a little bit about chemistry and a little bit about how different materials react to one another. Okay. But it's the fun way of teaching that.
So it's the oil and water idea where they don't really mix. Is that kind of the science behind it?
There's a little bit of that, and then we're going to add something to the oil and the water to make the water molecules expand, and we'll see what happens, okay?
Nice, okay.
All right, so first we're just going to take regular tap water, and you take a clear bottle, so this is just a recycled water bottle, and you add that in there, and you're going to fill it about 2/3 full, okay? Now we're going to add our vegetable oil, so it's just run-of-the-mill vegetable oil that you can get at your grocery store. But let's see what happens. I'm pouring my vegetable oil in there. What's happening? Did that surprise you? That it would go to the top? So you can see both the oil and the water, right? Okay, so now we're going to add some food coloring. Okay, I chose purple this time. That's my favorite color. Okay, I'm going to add several drops of food coloring. See what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. And then you can kind of see where it's starting to mix with the water above, and it's a little bit lighter purple, but not quite as dark as the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to add some special magic pellets, also known as Alka-Seltzer. All right, let's watch what happens. Oh, we can't really see it.
Nothing.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
It affected both.
It did. Okay, so what happens is when we add that material into the water, it causes the water molecules to expand. It's like it makes it into a gas, right? And what happens with gas? We're almost creating a heat and an energy. And it expands those molecules, and then it, floats up into the oil, right? It creates enough force to push up through that oil, and then comes back down again as it gets to the top, and that gas expands and loses its gumption and goes right back down into the water.
One of the wonderful things about science is the multitude of hands-on activities, and the Muse has plenty to offer. Kids can learn how to construct a circuit with electronic modules that snap together with magnets, or even watch a 3D printer in action. This system uses a process of making a three-dimensional solid object of virtually any shape, all from a digital model. Seeing a 3D printer at work is truly fascinating. But if you want to be a mad scientist, you'll need to learn how to create your very own goo. And guess what? The Muse can accommodate that too.
Okay, so Ellie, we're here. We've got like our participants ready to dive in. The audience, yes. And we're gonna make slime.
We are gonna make slime today. We're making borax slime. And this is something that we do sometimes for our birthday parties. Sometimes we do it just as a fun activity on the floor on a Saturday just to kind of get kids excited about science, okay? So we're gonna show you what we do today. First of all, we take 1 cup of hot water, okay? Hot water. Are we supposed to touch hot water? No. Okay, so we're gonna pour some hot water in here into our bowl. And then this borax, which you can buy at any grocery store, we're gonna take a teaspoon. That's the smaller spoon. You know how you have the big spoon and the small spoon in your drawer at home? It's the small spoon, okay? So we're gonna take that in, we're gonna sprinkle it into our hot water, okay? And we're gonna stir it. And we can kind of see some things begin to change. That water gets a little bit thicker as we put that borax in there, okay? And then where did it go? Do you see it anymore? It was white. Where is it? Okay, so then what we're gonna do is, because it's completely clear, and do we want clear slime? No, we want green slime, right? So I'm gonna add a few drops of food coloring in there to make that super green. And I personally like neon green. That's super extra green and bright, so I'm putting that in there. Okay, you see it? It is kind of green. It kind of looks like Jell-O, doesn't it? A little, oh. Okay, so now I'm gonna take half a cup of Elmer's glue. You know Elmer's glue, do you have this at school? We do lots of fun stuff with it, right? So we're gonna add that to our bowl, and we're gonna slowly stir. And what happens here is we are changing, the glue itself is a polymer, and as we add it to the hot water and to the borax, that polymer is changing and it's breaking up, and it goes into a state that is both liquid and solid at the same time, okay? Which is kind of cool.
It's getting slimy.
It is getting slimy.
It's getting weird, actually.
It is.
A little weird, a little slimy.
I'm wondering if I actually did my measurements wrong, because look, that doesn't look like slime, does it? Look, it's kind of like slime, but it's not really how I wanted it. And you know what that is called? A mistake. But that's the cool thing about science, right? Is that we try things, and sometimes they work out how we think they're gonna work out, sometimes they don't. And then we keep trying again, and it's okay if we make a mistake, and it's okay if they don't turn out exactly how we planned, because that is a part of being a scientist. But you can touch this. You wanna try it?
It looks a bit like slime.
It does look like slime, doesn't it?
Every mad scientist needs to know about trial and error and how to make slime. Kids absolutely love it, and yet it's educational enough to be called science. Sometimes real scientists come to the Muse to do demonstrations. Dr. Al Hazari, a chemistry professor at the University of Tennessee, came to the Muse to present a demonstration that helped ignite an excitement in others for science. His regular schedule of public outreach to help all ages understand and appreciate the wonders of science garnered him a prestigious national award from the American Chemical Society.
The Muse of Knoxville attracts both distinguished scientists and science newbies alike. No matter what age you are, you can learn something new and have a lot of fun in the process. Make sure and add it to your local travelers list.